What's up, guys? We're going to do a one take shooting doubles starting with one shot return. So two things that I've found very beneficial based on issues I see in my own shooting, which are trying to push the gun back where I want it and do more than I need to do instead of just setting the pressures in my hands and letting the gun work. Super beneficial things have been trigger control at speed, that and dry fire, and then live fire one shot return. You can look up Wanzit Kim, shout out to him for that, and then pairing that with doubles. I think guys come out and shoot doubles and it's just wop up, all right, cool, all alpha, no worries, right? So starting with if we're going to shoot 4 or 5 strings, the first one will be one shot return. So dot lands on the black tape, fire the shot. I'm trying to let that dot return right to the black tape and press the shot as it does. If it goes below it, I know I'm influencing the gun, I'm changing pressures in my hand, or I'm pulling the trigger with more than just that trigger finger. So we'll do this at varying distances, and we'll come up and show the target and talk about it a little bit. So we'll start pretty close. This close, whatever, 12, 15-ish feet. I'm looking for shots pretty much all touching that black. For the time, I'm trying to stay around 20-ish splits. So let's see what we got. Okay. Shot a few more than meant to, but this is what we're talking about. So first one, round landed right on the black, dot rose, pressed right where I needed. The other ones, splits were where I wanted them, in the low 20s, right? Yep, 22, 24, 22. Okay, so we'll push it back and do it again. As we move back, Donovan had some ideas on what he thought they should be that I really like. I think it's going to vary by shooter, but now I'm trying to get it in that kind of $50. That really wasn't super tight for what it was, but we're going to try and stay within that kind of $50 as we move back to about 7 yards. Okay. That last shot, I was definitely pushing on the guns. It's probably a good thing that I ran out of ammo. This was actually on my second shot, so this is what I'm talking about, right? For me, everything else, not bad. This was my second shot, and it was me trying to shove the gun back down, which is what I'm trying to train out. So when you come to the range, don't come out. I've had guys ask me, we have a class coming up, I've had guys ask me like, hey, is there any time standards, anything I should work on? I think those things are great to kind of judge where you're at, but I think you're much better served figuring out something in your own shooting that's lacking and then isolating it and working on that. So for me, this is something I've been seeing lately. That's why we're doing it. All right, so now we're back about 12-ish yards. We'll do it again. Open it up a little bit. I really only had one that I shoved on, which was this guy right here. Okay, the rest, yeah, this isn't bad, right? We're still basically in a fist. Would like it to be a little bit tighter, but it's super hot. I can feel my hands shifting around a little bit, and it is what it is. Okay, so now we're gonna move back to about 15-ish, yes, about 45-ish feet. Yep, and those are 21, 29, 26, 24. It's right where I want to be. Couple there that I shoved on. For sure. Little spicier on the splits than I necessarily need to be. A couple of those 27, we got 24, the rest are in the 30s, which is about what it should be back there. And I think it's fair at that distance to look for size of my hand, right? If I put my hand up, still staying in the A zone, obviously the group's going to open up. We'll do one more. We'll go back to 25 yards. For these splits, you know, if I'm in the 30s, low 40s, okay, cool. The point is to not be shoving on the gun, right? All right, so 25 yards. Dot was way brighter than I needed. Should have checked that, but it is what it is. Gun was definitely moving around. Like my third or fourth set there, I started shoving on it, and you'll see that here. Okay, so overall not bad. Right, put my hand up. We're still in the alpha. This guy is not acceptable. Okay, that is me shoving on the gun, trying to push it back where I want it, and 25 yards. That's what you're gonna get. Okay. Those, for reference, 34, 34, 31, 34, and then we started off with a 71 on the one-shot return. So overall not bad, but this is what I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing, and I think it's really, really useful, right? Instead of just coming out, don't just think doubles, like, cool, I'm shooting 2 rounds. Really focus on how is the gun returning, what influence am I putting into it, and then push distance. That's where you're really going to see benefit to this. Cool. See ya.